Good afternoon. Crap to cream, top shed, and I'm working on something a little bit different. So this is, if you're from the UK and the US, this is a Australian Holden Commodore. It's a V6 supercharged engine, and this is my son's car. It's got a vibration. Now, when I drove the car up from the bottom to the top, the vibration came out of the engine. It felt like it was an engine vibration, not a transmission vibration. So what I've done so far is I've taken all the plugs out. I've just checked all the gaps on them. I have taken both belts off. I took the supercharger belt off, and then I took the engine belt off, and I ran the engine in between, and that didn't make any difference to the vibration when both of the belts were removed. So I'm now checking temperatures. So I checked the temperatures of the exhaust manifold. So on the left-hand bank, as I stand in front of the car, I had 133, 137 and 123. And on the right-hand bank, I had 144, 142 and 156. So there's a bit of a difference there. And what I've also done now is I've disconnected the flex plate from the torque converter, and the vibration is still there. So the engine is now vibrating on its own as such. So I've checked all the idler pulleys and all the rest of it, and because of what I've checked, I know that the vibration is now within the engine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the engine, and I'm going to give it a couple of revs and let you listen to it, and then I'm going to go underneath and check the temperature of the cat converters. Okay, so now the engine is running, and hopefully you can see here all the belts, and I'm hoping you might be able to hear it. So I'll give the engine a bit of a rev. Okay. I'm hoping you can hear the noise. I can feel a bit of vibration through the supercharger, but I'm not sure that that's the problem. Right, so what I'll do now is I'll turn this off, and I'll go underneath, or lift the car up at least, and I'll check the cat temperature. Okay, the Commodore's now in the air, and I'm just wondering whether you can still hear noise. Just sounds a bit mechanical. Anyway, I'll go underneath now and check the cat temperatures with my trusty infrared gun. So you can see that one's that's at 48 degrees, that one. 47, 48 degrees. And this one's at 72, 70, 68, 72, 76 degrees. So one cat converter is significantly warmer than the other. Cat converter is warmer than the other. Alright, anybody got any ideas? I've also disconnected I don't know whether I mentioned it before, I've disconnected the flex plate from the torque converter, so the engine's running on its own. So what you hear is the engine only and nothing to do with the gearbox. Any ideas? Let me know. I'll go down to the bottom shed now and show you what the MG project is. So here we are, bottom shed, back into MG land, and this is now going to be the next little project. So I'll try and put a bit more light on the subject. So there you can see I've got my engine block back now, and that has all been bored out. So that's all done, and I've had the top of the block decked. So yeah, it needs a good clean out obviously, but this is the next project now. So rebuild this 18V engine. There we go. So that's that. Got a lot of bits over here that I'm going to use to rebuild it. Oh, and all these down here as well, obviously. So, sorry, shadow. So there you go. So I've got all those bits as well. I've got the sump up there that I've cleaned and painted now. So that's all good to go. And then over here I have the pistons, which have now been put onto the rods. So they've all been done professionally because I haven't got the gear to do that. So that's all been done. So they're 60th hour oversize. And then I have my cylinder head. So that's had new valve guides put in. Again, they've been professionally done. However, what I found is that some of the inlet valves are a little bit on the tight side. Whoa, that wasn't meant to happen. I'm going to say a little bit tight, but that one was a bit looser than I expected. But anyway, so now I've got to get a reamer because they've been pressed in and the gentleman didn't have the valves. So some of them are a little bit tight now that they've been shrunk in and pressed in. So I'm going to got an 1132 reamer coming, which is, I believe, the correct size for this. I've got all new valves. So all the exhaust valves were fine. They were all perfect. So they're all good. So I've got to lap all those in and put a reamer through the rest of them just to make sure that they're right. And what else? The other thing that I found out that was interesting, I don't know whether you can see this, but if you look at this, the head is tapered. This side here is thinner than this side here. And apparently that's done when it's a racing head. So to assist the gas flow through the cylinder. Not sure, never seen it before. But when the guy machined it, he said, you do realise this is a tapered head. So no, I didn't realise that it was a tapered head. But anyway, I do now. So it hasn't been squared off, it's been left as it is. And yeah, apparently that's what it is. It's been machines with a slight taper in it. Something I'd never heard of before. Alright, thank you very much indeed for subscribing, for comments, all that other wonderful stuff. It's great to see subscribers, and yeah, ever so grateful for everybody and everything that's going on. And if anybody's got any ideas about the issues with the Commodore, please stick it in the comments and we'll go from there. I've got a suspicion now, after doing what I've just done, right, that one of the catalytic converters is maybe partially blocked or blocked, seeing as there's like a significant temperature difference. But anyway, there we go. This is a bench I found on the side of the road, so I've refurbished that a little bit now, put a little wooden top on it. Bit of a find, it was really good. 2 good sized drawers and a cupboard. Just put some new wheels on it, and yeah, great stuff. Amazing what you can find just lying around. Yeah, so anyway, that's it. Enough waffling. Thank you very much indeed for subscribing, comments, etc. Bye for now.